The clock showed 94 minutes, the final seconds ticking away with agonizing slowness. Every pass, every tackle, every breath held the weight of the moment. The tension in the stadium was palpable, a thick blanket of anticipation and anxiety. The score was level, a frustrating stalemate that neither team seemed able to break. 1-1. A draw felt like a defeat for Inter Miami, a team hungry to prove themselves on the international stage. The hopes of a continent, it seemed, rested on one man, Lionel Messi. His presence on the field was a beacon, a symbol of possibility in a sea of uncertainty. Could he conjure one more moment of brilliance? The King Abdullah Sports City Stadium was a cauldron of noise and tension, a roaring beast of sound that threatened to swallow everything whole. The energy was electric, a tangible force that vibrated through the stands and onto the pitch. Inter Miami, the MLS underdogs, a team still finding its feet on the global stage, were battling FC Porto, the reigning European champions, a team steeped in history and pedigree. This was David versus Goliath, a clash of titans with everything on the line. A foul just outside the Porto box. Messi territory. The collective gasp of the crowd was almost deafening. This was the moment. This was the chance. The world held its breath, every eye fixed on the figure in pink and black. Time seemed to slow to a crawl, each second stretching into an eternity. As Messi stood over the ball, calm amid chaos, his face was a mask of concentration, his focus absolute. He was in his element, a maestro ready to conduct his orchestra. He measured his steps, a ritualistic dance performed countless times before, each movement precise and deliberate, eyes locked on the top corner, visualizing the trajectory, the flight of the ball, the inevitable outcome. The referee's whistle cut through the silence, a sharp, piercing sound that signaled the start of destiny. Messi's left foot struck with perfect grace, a symphony of power and precision. It was more than just a kick. It was an act of artistry. The ball arced over the wall, a beautiful soaring curve that defied physics and logic. A pink and white blur against the night, a fleeting moment of brilliance captured in time. Porto's keeper, Diogo Costa, a formidable guardian of the net, could only watch, frozen in place as it sailed beyond his reach, a silent testament to Messi's genius. The net rippled, a gentle tremor that signaled the seismic shift that had just occurred. The stadium exploded, a volcano of sound and color erupting in joyous celebration. Messi had done it again, defying expectations, rewriting the script, impossible magic at the perfect moment, a reminder of why he is considered one of the greatest to ever play the game. This wasn't just a goal. It was a statement, a declaration of intent, a message to the world that Inter Miami had arrived. Inter Miami's comeback was complete, a testament to their resilience, their determination, and their unwavering belief in themselves. Their arrival on the world stage undeniable, a moment of validation for a team with big ambitions. That single kick turned a hard-fought draw, a game of attrition and frustration, into a legendary victory, a moment etched in the annals of soccer history. The Miami fans erupted, a wave of pink and black engulfing the stands, disbelief turning to ecstasy, a collective release of pent-up emotion. Messi's brilliance had etched Inter Miami, a relatively new franchise, into Club World Cup history, a feat that seemed improbable just months before. The world watched, stunned, captivated, and inspired by a moment that will be replayed for generations, a testament to the enduring power of sport. One free kick and everything changed. The game, the team, the future. The match against Porto didn't unfold as the fairy tale Inter Miami fans had envisioned. The atmosphere was electric, the anticipation palpable, but the reality on the pitch quickly painted a different picture. Right from the kickoff, things didn't go as planned for Inter Miami. The initial strategy seemed to falter, and the team struggled to find their rhythm. Porto came out strong, dominating the early exchanges with a clear intent to seize control of the game. Their attacking prowess was immediately evident. Porto's intensity was overwhelming, putting Miami on the back foot and disrupting their attempts to build any sustained periods of possession. The Portuguese team implemented a high press, suffocating Miami's midfield and making it difficult for them to transition from defense to attack. This relentless pressure forced Miami into uncharacteristic mistakes, leading to turnovers in dangerous areas of the pitch. Just 12 minutes into the match, disaster struck for Inter Miami. A Porto attacker, making a dangerous run into the penalty area, was brought down by a clumsy challenge. The referee initially waved play on, but VR quickly intervened, signaling for a review of the incident. The replay footage showed a clear foul inside the box, leaving the referee with little choice. Penalty to Porto. Intermiami, Porto's designated penalty taker, stepped up to take the spot kick. With ice in his veins, he coolly slotted the ball into the net, sending Calendar diving the wrong way. Porto took the lead, putting them ahead in this crucial match. Miami's challenge suddenly became significantly steeper, facing an uphill battle against a strong Porto side. Many teams, when faced with such early adversity, would have crumbled under the pressure. But Miami, led by the inspirational Messi and guided by their experienced coach, refused to give in. The frustration amongst the players was palpable, a clear sign of their disappointment at conceding such an early goal. Yet, amidst the frustration, there was also a visible determination, a steely resolve to fight their way back into the game. This was a true test of character, a moment that would reveal the true mettle of this Inter-Miami team. The question was, could they find a way to respond to this setback and turn the tide of the match? The dream of a Club World Cup shock, which had seemed so attainable just moments before, now appeared to be fading into the distance. But the challenge was now crystal clear, etched in the faces of every Miami player. They had a choice to make: fight back with everything they had, or accept defeat and go home empty-handed. The next few moments, the next few plays, would ultimately define their resolve and determine their fate in this competition. The mountain to climb had never looked higher. The task ahead never seemed so daunting. Despite the setback, Inter Miami's fans never lost hope. Thousands had traveled to Saudi Arabia, turning a corner of the stadium into a sea of pink and black. Their chants echoed, relentless and passionate, lifting the team. Every Miami tackle and pass was met with thunderous approval. The local fans, too, were captivated, many just to see Messi. As Miami steadied, belief in the stands grew. The 12th man was real. Their energy fueled the players. The connection between fans and team made a comeback feel possible. Their faith would soon be rewarded. Inter Miami emerged from halftime transformed. Gone was the fear. In its place, determination and aggression. They pressed Porto, winning tackles and fighting for every ball. Messi dropped deeper, orchestrating play and inspiring teammates. Busquets and Alba controlled the tempo, their experience vital. Miami played with width, stretching Porto's defense. The momentum shifted. Porto grew frustrated. Miami's relentless pressure signaled a comeback was brewing. The team worked as one, refusing to accept defeat. The breakthrough felt inevitable. The breakthrough came in the 67th minute, a true team goal. Calm build-up from the back, Busquets finding Alba on the overlap. Alba's precise cross met Cremaschi's run. His shot was saved. Campana reacted first, slotting home the rebound. Miami erupted. The score was level. This was a reward for collective effort, not just individual brilliance. The comeback was real, belief surging through the team. The game was wide open. With the score tied, the final minutes were electric. Every pass and tackle drew gasps from the crowd. Porto pushed, bringing on fresh legs and testing Miami's defense. Calendar made crucial saves. Miami's defenders blocked everything. Miami countered Messi at the heart of every attack. Half chances came and went, tension mounting. 5 minutes of stoppage time were added, 5 minutes for a hero. Both teams were exhausted, but history was within reach. Would it be Porto's pedigree or Miami's ambition? The stage was set for a legendary finish. The tension was palpable. Every tick of the clock felt like an eternity. The defining moment arrived with the clock showing the 4th minute of stoppage time, a moment that would either cement victory or crush dreams. The weight of expectation hung heavy in the air. Miami, fueled by adrenaline and desperation, surged forward, one last, desperate attack. This was their final opportunity, the culmination of relentless effort and unwavering hope. Every player pushed beyond their limits, driven by the burning desire to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Messi, orchestrating the attack from 30 yards out, was brought down by a cynical foul. The challenge was clumsy, desperate, born out of the opposition's fear of his undeniable talent. Free kick. A collective gasp swept through the stadium. The stadium held its breath, a sea of faces etched with anticipation and anxiety as Messi carefully placed the ball. The silence was deafening, broken only by the distant murmur of the crowd and the pounding of hearts. The wall was meticulously set, a human barrier designed to thwart the inevitable. The keeper, eyes narrowed, prepared for the strike, his every muscle coiled and ready to spring. But Messi, oblivious to the chaos around him, was in his own world, a realm of pure focus and unwavering self-belief. He visualized the trajectory, the curve, the perfect placement. He took a short, measured run-up, a prelude to brilliance. Then, magic, pure, unadulterated magic. His left foot, an instrument of precision and power, sent the ball soaring over the wall with breathtaking grace. It swerved impossibly, defying physics and logic, bending to his will. The keeper stretched, lunging desperately, but the ball, a blur of white against the night sky, found the top corner with pinpoint accuracy. Silence, a stunned, disbelieving silence. Then an eruption of noise, a volcanic explosion of pure, unadulterated joy. Messi, the architect of this masterpiece, sprinted towards the corner flag, a beacon of hope and inspiration. Arms wide, he embraced the moment, his joy uncontained, infectious. Teammates, overcome with emotion, coaches and fans celebrated wildly, united in their adoration for the man who had delivered the impossible. Messi had delivered not just a goal, but a moment of pure artistry, one of the greatest free kicks of his already legendary career. A moment etched forever in the annals of football history. Inter Miami, against all odds, had won in the dying seconds, a testament to their resilience and unwavering belief. The stadium was delirious, a cauldron of unbridled passion and euphoria. History had been made, a new chapter written in the beautiful game. Messi's genius, his unparalleled skill and unwavering determination, had sealed a legendary victory, a moment that would be replayed and celebrated for generations to come. The world watched, captivated and awestruck by the sheer brilliance of the moment. This was football at its most dramatic, a roller coaster of emotions culminating in a moment of pure, unadulterated magic. A moment for the ages, destined to become a timeless classic in the rich tapestry of football history. After the final whistle, emotions ran high. Miami celebrated. Porto were heartbroken. For Miami, this was validation, ambition realized. Messi, humble as ever, credited the team. "We never gave up. This win is for everyone," he said, match ball in hand. He praised teammates. From Drake's saves to the team's fight, this was a collective victory. The free kick would be remembered, but Messi insisted the win belonged to all. His humility inspired the squad, forging unity. The team drew closer, ready for the next challenge. Messi's leadership was about more than talent. It was about character. This night bonded them for what lay ahead. This win over Porto was more than a ticket to the next round. It sent a message. Inter Miami are here to compete, not just participate. Beating Europe's champions shattered the underdog label. Confidence surged through the squad. The path ahead would be tough, but Miami now believed. They'd proven they could overcome adversity on the biggest stage. Messi's influence lifted everyone, especially the younger players. His example set the standard: dedication, professionalism, and quiet leadership. The dream of world champion felt real. The journey was far from over, but hope and ambition burned brighter. This victory was a beginning, not an end. Inter Miami started to believe they could conquer the world. And with Messi leading, anything felt possible.